Okay, it is April 23rd here just north of Kansas City, and this is a bonsai tree I've been working on for 3 years. Got it at the local nursery. You can see I've tried to wire it. I think I've let the growth get a little too leggy. This year I think I'm going to really try cutting it back. We're really in the spring kick for spring. In the years past, I've ordered fancy bonsai soil, bought it at the local nursery. I've even ordered bonsai soil online. You know, some people get really sticklers with their recipe of their bonsai soil, but you know, here the last few years I haven't had a really good success with especially this one blooming out real thick and having really good fall color. I had, ooh, wow, look at that. This one hasn't had that before. What, in Green Acres? I just let my inexperience shine through, didn't I? Well, anyway, just picking off some of the dead stuff from the winter. Every fall, I plant my bonsai trees in the ground right here. Right here. You can see I've got 3 there. These are 2 boxwoods. This is cascading. This is, yeah, a boxwood. And this here is a beautiful Japanese maple. Oh my goodness. It comes in with the most wonderful lime green foliage. That one I just got last year. And it is just, I really neglected them this winter. It's just a slacker that I am. But anyway, my bonsais always go into the ground here, because the north winter wind, don't look at this junk. Yeah, I'm embarrassed. It is what it is. I'll clean that up later. The north winds come from about that direction in the winter, so the wind comes around. So this is somewhat protected. I haven't had to put straw bales or anything around it, and all my bonsai trees do really good. And I do take them out of the pots. I do not leave them in the pot. So every spring my trees get a a reboot, so to speak. This year I'm trying something a little different. I put a little pea gravel in the bottom of this pot, and I'm working in some, you know, what is this? Potting mix. I'm kind of doing a little bit of gravel, a little bit of potting mix. I don't have any sand. Okay, so maybe I'm getting away from the stereotypical hardcore bonsai soil hobbyist, but you know, if I can get this Japanese maple to really flourish this spring, and if I can use potting soil along with some sand or coarse media along the, before I potted it, I did rinse all of the organic media and all of the bonsai soil out of the roots. Washed it completely out, hence the hose right there. See right there, I did it in the yard right there. Washed it all out, trimmed the roots, and I didn't get too aggressive with the root trimming. And I've just really worked the soil in really good right here. So I'm going to work some more soil in. You know, you don't want any air in there. You're going to get in trouble with that. And like I said, I neglected it. There's a lot of dead in here. I need to trim that out. Need to be careful. And look at this. Oh my goodness. Look at this dead stuff. Look at here. That is dead right there. That is dead. We got good bark coming up here and then it wise. But when you follow this stem up, we've got really good leaves on this right here. So I'm going to be pretty cautious when it comes to trimming this thing back. I'm going to trim this hard now because it's in the spring growth spurt. And I'll come back once I get it trimmed up. Okay, I'm back. As you can see, I didn't trim a lot. I guess I could have trimmed that a little bit, but I don't know. It's spring. I just, you know, cut off maybe a fourth of the roots. I really don't like trimming hard. Maybe that's why my plants don't do so well, is because I don't have the nerve to really hack this thing back like that. I don't know. Oh, and I don't know if I mentioned in the previous that this is a Japanese Mapleus. Yeah, is the breed of tree this is. So, I am by no means any well-schooled bonsaiist, but I don't know. I may mix a little media in here. I may put some moss on there and whatnot as winter heat gets here, but I think I'm going to let it go ahead and leaf out, see how well it does, and then trim it from there. As I started trimming, I really noticed that some limbs that appeared to be toast was not toast. Doesn't that make you sick when you start cutting into green limbs? But all of these up here, you know, they look like they're in trouble, but if you look really, really close, there's buddage right there. You bet. Yeah, it's alive and kicking. Is there anything sweeter than seeing your Japanese maple pull out of winter? So I'll post another video in a couple weeks and tell you how this little fella's doing. Okay, here is my other Japanese Mapleus, and I think it's in the Acre Palmadium Platinum family. I'm not sure. Don't hold me to that. But I saw this in the nursery here a couple of years ago, and oh, the foliage was lime green. It was just, you know, it's one of them you just can't let it sit there. You know, you don't know who's going to buy it. You don't know how they're going to treat it. You know, it just bugs you. So I had to have it. But all my trees really don't do really well from year to year. Maybe it's because I don't fertilize them enough. I'm always concerned that I'm going to burn them, you know. Everybody's like, you know, read the instructions, you know, this and that. Well, most fertilizer instructions don't come with pictures anymore. You know, I'm a visual learner, you know. So I really can't take responsibility for that. But I'm going to try a little bit of this. Try to get my trees healthy. Try to baby them a little bit. Keep my stock down. Try quality instead of quantity. You know, unless you're really good at this or what you do, you know, it's really hard to keep a bunch of them healthy if you really don't know what you're doing. Got this gorgeous oriole flying around here. I kind of ran him off when I came up here. I was hoping he'd come back. But anyway, I'm hoping this thing is budding out really sweet. Just really sweet. Look at that. Oh, good gravy. I don't know. Maybe my camera's dirty. I think that's it. There we go. Yeah. Just some really nice buds. I hope this turns out. You know, when you bring them home, they're never as green as they are in the nursery. I don't know if the nursery feeds them drugs or steroids, or maybe it's the lighting, you know, like jewelers. Jewelers always put the jewelry under the in there with a fancy lighting to make you sell it. And you get home and you're like, well, this looks like crud. Eh? Like it wasn't in the shop. But anyway, well, we'll let this grow and let it bud out. I did not trim this at all. As a matter of fact, the root ball was very small when I took it out of the ground, so I trimmed nothing. I just planted in the pot, got it good and packed in, a little bit of water, and I keep my Japanese Mapleus in the shade. Yeah, they burn real easy. I always keep mine in the shade. They'll get early morning sun, but when it comes to, you know, 10 o'clock, the sun comes up, somewhere about in there. You know, maybe like from here to here. I don't know, this is, yeah. Anyway, and so the sun, you know, it comes up pretty quick. So I leave them on the, yeah, look, don't look at the mess. Let me see. I leave them right here on this wall all summer. Yeah, on this wall. So they're under the deck. Yeah. Alrighty, well, we're going to let this bloom out, and I'll let you know how it does.